Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people, today I'm going to show you how to make a play, pause, toggle button in Flash. Now this is a subject that's really sought after. So I decided that this one should be on the play pause toggle functionality. I'll teach you how to use the play pause toggle functionality, basically using a single button. I think things will become much more clear if I show you server preview. This project, the play pause toggle button, has been put up on the internet, has been put up on the server. It's already hosted. In fact, I would first like to show you the published preview. So here goes. I'll put up the link in the description, right, so that you can click and check. Okay, as you can see, if I try to interact with the button, nothing will happen. That's simply because the sound, which is an external sound, is still being downloaded, which is being shown out here in the progress bar. This progress bar is going to disappear once the the progress is 100%. When the external sound has loaded completely, the progress bar component, so it's a progress bar component that I've used people out here, will disappear, will be chopped off, removed from the stage, and we will be able to click on the button and play the sound. Till that time we'll have to wait. Now I can actually click. Okay, so people, as you can see, I'm able to pause the sound in between, and I can resume from where I actually left off. So it's a play pause, not a stop toggle functionality using Flash and ActionScript 3. Okay, you can check the the server preview yourself if you log on to qualitylessons.net/progress/chk/play pause btn.swift. Okay, I'll leave the link in the description for you. so the good news out here is not only is it a play pause toggle functionality, it is also showing you the progress of the sound, and will allow you to interact with the button if and only if the sound, the external sound that is, has completely loaded, not otherwise. Alright, so very cool. Right, so people, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just reconstruct the stage, by which I mean I'm gonna show you how did I actually make the button, where did I get the the progress bar from, but I'm not gonna redo the action script all over again since it's more than 50 lines, right? So what I'm gonna do is, for most people, I think just showing the action script should be suffice, but I think it's really important that I show you how the stage was constructed. And nevertheless, people, the ActionScript 3 is actually available as a free download from my website, http://qualitylessons.net/downloads1 number 1. Right, so you see, if I hit Control Enter right here, okay, you will not see the progress bar. To check the progress bar, you actually have to take a server preview, and as I said, I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. Cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, as promised, I'm going to redo the whole project. Apart from writing the action script in a new separate file, we'll paste the action script from this file to that file and we'll test it. Okay, so I'm going to say File, New, ActionScript 3. Let me just let's say the width 500, the height, let's say 200, the FPS we leave it at 24, the stage color, let's go with #33333. Let me say OK. Alright, next up, people, I'm going to go to Window, Common Libraries, Buttons. Let me go down to the category which is Playback Rounded. No, not this category. In fact, let me go to Playback Flat, and then I'm going to pull out two buttons, a stop and a pause button. Right. Excuse me. Okay, let me just take one button over the other, and let me align them let's say align to stage should be checked off, align to the left to the top, and then I'm gonna increase the size of both the buttons together. Let's make it 100 each. Okay, this should do. And then align to stage should be checked on, align them bang in the center. Okay, will do. As you can see, people, the oh, it's actually a stop and a pause button. I need a play button. Okay, let's delete that. Let's go back to window, common libraries, buttons, and playback flat, and right, this time just the right button, 100 width and height. Okay, I would want it to be on top of the other button. Select both together, center them up like this. Cool. Okay, just take it towards the bottom like so. That's because I need to pull in a progress bar component from here. Components, go down to progress bar, pull out a progress bar component out here. Alright, let's then give them instance name. For the play button, people, I'm gonna give it an instance name of play btn. Okay, the pause button I'm gonna call pause btn. Okay, let's play btn, pause btn. Let me reset the position like so, and then I'm gonna select both the buttons together like this. Right click and say convert to symbol, keeping the registration point top left, making sure it's a movie clip. Let me say okay, and give it an instance name of play pause btn. That's exactly what it is. Although it's a movie clip, I'm calling it a btn. It's serving like a button though. Okay, this is the progress bar component, people. I'm gonna call it pb for progress bar. Let me expand the size and the height a little bit. Okay, that should be enough. Right, and let me save the file, give it a name of test. Okay, and right, in fact I should place the progress bar on a different layer, so let me cut it, insert one more layer, and right click and say paste in place. Rename the layer 2 as progress bar and layer 1 as play pause btn. That's the right way of working. Please spread your components over different layers. Okay, let's lock them up. Cool, so that you don't move them accidentally. I need one more layer, people, and let me make sure that layer, I pull it to right at the top. Let me call it AS for action script. This is where the action script will be lying. Let me say save all. Okay, never mind. Let me go back to the previous file. I need the action script, people. Let me get the action script from there. Let's say Control A, Control C, Control A to select all. Go back to the test file and drop in the action script inside the actions panel. Okay, cool. Let me just test now. Control Enter. Okay, everything is just fine, people. Right, just working like the play pause button. It gives me the play pause functionality just the way I actually wanted it. Okay, the only reason why you can't see the progress bar component running from left to the right and not disappearing is simply that will be available only on the server, people. Right. In this project, let me tell you, we are pulling up an external mp3 file. Make sure that the mp3 file that we are pulling in through the action script is lying next to the FLA file. So wherever you save the FLA file, in the same folder you should place the mp3 file. Okay, now the only thing that remains for me to explain is the action script. Right, so let me open up the actions panel. Let's save it up again, open up the actions panel, and let's discuss the script. Okay, people, as you can see, we have around 50 lines of action script out here, and not at all too difficult to understand. Okay, Now lines 1 through 6, we have all the requisite classes that need to be imported. Most of them will auto generate while you write the code, but some of them will not, especially this one, import fl.controls.progress_bar. You need to manually write it. So it's a good idea to actually manually write all the import directives before you start coding. It's a good idea if you can actually remember all the import directives. Right now, people, what I've done is upfront I've said play pause btn mouse enabled is equal to false. Now this is the play pause btn, people, if you remember. Let me unlock it. Okay, play pause btn. Okay, so I don't want the user to interact with this button unless and until the download has actually completed. Cool. Okay, people, notice that the play pause btn, which is actually a movie clip, has two more buttons inside the play btn and the pause btn. And notice very carefully, I have disabled the mouse action on them as well using the mouse enabled property, setting them to false. So not only should the parent be set to mouse enabled false, the children items should be disabled as well using the mouse enabled property. All right, so what will happen here is a person will not be will not be able to interact with the buttons at all. If I were to, from line number 12 till the end of the script, block it out using the block command, and if I were to hit Control Enter, let's see what happens. And if I try to interact with the button, you can see that I cannot. Alright, so not only should the parent button, but the children items should be disabled using the mouse enabled property, setting it to false. Alright, cool. Next, what I've done is I have created a variable. I can give it any name that I would want. Data typed it to sound, so I'm using the sound class and making it equal to a new sound, and then using the new URL request class, I'm fetching a piece of music that's lying externally next to my flower file, people. Very, very important. This piece of music, soothingmusic.mp3, you could have a different title for your music, but it should be next to the flower file. Or else if it is not, then you need to give the whole path out here, right? So since it's lying next to my flower file, flash file, that's the reason I just need to give the name of the file out here. You need to give the extension as well, very important. Okay, next, people, what I've done is I've created a boolean. Now booleans carry only two values, true and false. I've called it it's playing and I've set it to false. I've created or declared another variable sc for sound channel. Data typed it to sound channel is equal to a new sound channel. I've used the sound channel class, people, and you need the sound channel to play the sound in. Okay, if you're not very comfortable with the sound class, maybe then you won't understand, so I would suggest you understand the sound class and come back out here. But in a nutshell, you need the sound to play inside the sound channel, and only then can you stop it. The stop functionality will work only if the sound is playing in the sound channel. Okay, I've declared another variable last position. I've set it to 0. We'll see later on in this tutorial why I've actually done that. Okay, now pb.source is equal to my music. What's pb? pb is the progress bar. Through the source property, I'm tying it to my music. Now this is fantastic. The progress bar will enlarge, will grow from left to the right, depending on the variable my music. Now what's my music? My music is going to load the external sound. So how does it actually grow? Even I don't know. It's set inside Flash. Flash knows what it does. It happens automatically. Just use the source property and tie it with the piece of music that you're pulling in externally, and the progress bar grows automatically. Isn't that fantastic? You don't need to code it out actually, like a preloader. Very, very cool. Okay, but just make sure that the progress bar component that you've pulled out from the components panel should have the mode set to event, which is also the default, right? So let's read the action script further. Next, people, what I've done is in line number 18, I've added an event listener to the progress bar, which is but pb, that is the instance name, I'm looking for a complete event, and once that happens, when the progress bar has completely grown in size, that happens when the music is completely loaded. Since it's tied to the music, I would want a function on complete to fire, and let's see what exactly happens with this function. I'm turning back the play pause button, the play pause button dot play button, the children button that is inside the play pause button, and the play pause button, the parent button, and this is the children button. The path is, that is the path. So play pause button dot pause btn dot mouse enabled is equal to true. So basically what I set to false out here has been set to true out here. Since the the progress bar has completely grown, since the music has completely loaded, I would want the user to interact with my button. So the main parent button is play pause btn, the children buttons are play btn, pause btn. I would want the children and the main parent button all to be enabled so that the user can click on the play pause btn and interact with the button. Okay, at the same time I would want, through the remove child method, the progress bar to be removed from the stage. It has done its task, it's no longer needed. Let's remove it. Cool. Right. Okay, let's understand the action script a little further. I've added an event listener to the play pause button, the main parent button, which is this button. It's strictly speaking, it's a movie clip. Okay, and I would want that when somebody clicks this button, a function play pause music to fire. And let's understand the function play pause music. In line number 31, we check if it's playing is false. When you say exclamation mark it's playing, basically means the variable is playing has been set to false. Let's check upfront what did we do. Yes, we did actually keep it at false, if you remember, in line number 13. Okay, so it's actually set to false. I would want the following set of instructions to fire, which is the sound should play inside the sound channel. SC is nothing but the sound channel. If you remember, out here I declared SC. So basically creating a new instance of the sound channel class, right? So that is what is SC. And I'm playing the music inside the sound channel from the last position. Last position is but 0, if you remember. Okay. And I'm making the play button, which is inside the play pause button, nested play button. The visibility I'm setting it to off by making it equal to false. So the play button visibility is set off, the pause button will show up. So as you can see, when I interact with the button and hit the button, the play button disappears, the pause shows up. Cool. And then I'm reversing the boolean from a false to a true. At the same time, I'm adding an event listener and looking for a sound complete event, which will then fire off on music complete. Let's check out what on music complete is, which is right at the bottom out here. I'm stopping the sound channel. So SC is the sound channel dot stop. I'm resetting the last position to a 0, because when the sound is complete, the playhead should be at the end of the sound channel. I'm resetting it back to 0, so that when you play it again, it should play from the very beginning, not from the end, obviously. Okay, I'm setting the play button's visibility back on. So using the visible property, setting it to true, and I'm turning the boolean to a false all over again. So basically resetting everything. This is the reset process, people, right? Okay, but just in case if it's playing is actually true, so we use the else out here. If it's true, then I would want the play button visibility to be turned on. Play button is the child button inside the play pause button. I would want the variable it's playing to be turned to false, and I would want the last position variable to capture the position inside the sound channel. So using the position property from the sound channel, I'm able to capture where exactly is the playhead right now. and then I'm asking the sound channel through the stop method to stop playing, right? So basically whatever I wrote out here, I'm reversing out here. Okay, that's all that is there to this project. All right, so before I terminate the tutorial, let me hit Control Enter once again to export the Swift. Now obviously you couldn't see the progress bar component running from left to the right. It's not easy to simulate the download when you're pulling up files externally. See, if I try to simulate the download out here, it doesn't. So that is the reason why I've actually shown the server preview up front before I actually began the tutorial. So in the real scenario, when it's up and hosted on the server, you will see the progress bar running from left to the right. Until that time, you will not be able to interact with the button, but once it's completely loaded, the progress bar disappears. You will be able to you'll be able to interact with the button. You'll be able to push the play button like so, pause it like so, play it again like so. Now let me allow it to play its full length. Cool. And now if I hit the play button once again, it plays all over again. So absolutely sure that the script is working fantastically well. All right, so people, this is a true play pause button, toggle button, simply because it fires only and only if the sound has completely downloaded. And again, let me give you the good news. You can download the project free from my website, qualitylessons.net/downloads number one. Right? So I hope you'll keep coming back for more. You have a good day, guys. Bye bye. Peace.